Hello, fellow robots out there in internet land. I am Sobotron, and welcome to the next episode of Titancraft Season 8 here on Tangotech's Patreon server. And as always, guys, if you want to join us here and this fantabulastic community, all the information you need is down in the description for Tangotech's Patreon page. Sign up, join us. We're still early days, guys. Still lots to do. Still plenty of time for you to get an amazing epic build done. Or just a tiny build. You do you. And also, don't forget to follow me on Twitch. I'm streaming fairly regularly. I did all this stuff on stream. All these villagers, Cash and I got on here on stream shortly after this episode was released, and they've been cranking pretty well. I do have to say, emeralds are flowing in. That is honestly, I did like a 2-hour trading session and got all that. I'm fairly well out of potatoes though. For some reason, like I think it's the trade value. Like carrots are lower than potatoes. And I don't know if they changed something in between versions. I distinctly remember back in the day that you could convert these guys multiple times, like turn them into zombies, cure them with golden apples and potions of weakness. We do have some zombies back in these little trenches over here now too. But I tried doing it, I think, 3 times, and they only lowered their trades once, so I might have just missed something in an update a while ago. I don't know. I swear. Now, see, I didn't do anything with villagers last season. I let Anita handle all that. So, I'm remembering, like, 116 mechanics, so it could have been, like, 117. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, villagers are doing good. We have 18 farmers in here, able to get all the food I need. I've got a shulker full of golden carrots just for myself now. And 4 clerics, because I need the redstone and the lapis from these bad boys. Redstone has seriously been the biggest struggle bus. We can only get 2 at a time, you know, per emerald. I think with 4 we can get a stack and a half per trade, and I think you can do that twice a day. So, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a grind, but we'll be fine with that. You know, emeralds are great. But yeah, I haven't really done too much more in between episodes other than this right now. Been trying to AFK here a little bit to get some crops, but it's a slow process. Even with you know 4 of these massive crop farms beneath us, it's still taking some time. Cash and I did do another thing. Let me just go over there. We'll show you. I'll be right back. So we are once again at the public slime farm. John has built a nice little storage room, and you can see this thing is rocket. Screw it. I got tons of it. This place is massive. This is a massive slime farm. So Cash and I worked on a couple chunks. Actually, I was working on these ones here, and I'm not done yet. Cash did 1, but I was doing 4 at a time. I got a little bit burnt out yesterday doing this, but the fruits of my labor were such that it was just me and Cash over here, so this farm was running while we were digging this area out, and I was able to acquire a fairly decent amount of slime blocks, and we are going to need them for today's episode. Most people right now, this farm is, you know, a little bit slow going. I think there's a bunch over here. I probably shouldn't have showed that. John, come steal that back. Anyway, yeah, so this place is ready, essentially, to be just completely dug out. It's marked out, guys. Come out here. If you have time, pick a chunk, dig it out. You can see John has been diligently working. I saw him the other day, too. He was flying the flying machines. He was, like, riding on top of them. It was hilarious. But come out here. It's all marked out. Pick a chunk, dig it down. You'll help everybody on the server. Honestly, John... I mean, I'm shouting him out again. I did it a couple episodes. John does this every season. He coordinates the public slime farm, and any help he can get is greatly appreciated. Hi? Can I not do this anymore? Can I stand? Hi? Any help he can get is greatly appreciated. So come out here, do a thing, pick a chunk, dig it down. Everybody benefits from it. But let me go show you what we're going to use, because I've got like 20 stacks of slime blocks right now. I was out here for a while. So let me go show you what we're going to start today's episode off with, because it involves a ton of those slime blocks. So I know I always say it feels like I didn't do a lot between episodes, but honestly, this time we actually did a bit. Cash DJ and I worked on digging out a little bit more underneath our base. Hitting things. Because we needed space. We needed more space, and ultimately I think this is going to go all the way down to bedrock. But what we needed to dig this next section for was for our Furnace XP farm to get some fuel going. Right now, there's no fuel in the system. There's a little bit of blaze rods because I put a bit in there, but that is not sustainable. That requires a player to go kill blazes, and that's not fun. I mean, it is because you get a lot of experience, but We need to work on some bamboo farms, and I've already done a little mock-up down here. You can kind of see why I need all those slime blocks. So this is the same bamboo farm we used last season. It's just kind of configured a little bit differently than last season. Because it's so modular. Each one of these kind of units is self-contained to itself. So you can just stack them next to each other. You can stack them vertically or horizontally. It's great. You can make this as big or as small as you want or need. And for the purposes of us, we're going to have just under 4,000 kind of seed bamboo. There's going to be 198 modules in total. And when I say modules, I mean like one set of slime blocks. So like this is a module, that's a module. So that would be two modules. Anyway, so yeah, we needed a lot of slime blocks for this. And honestly, I don't even have enough to get the whole farm done. So what I think I want to do today is get the first layer complete. It's really, really simple redstone. That's not very complicated at all. Honestly, the most complicated mechanic has to do with bud-powered pistons, because when the signal comes through, it can only power the piston on top, but that piston on top is going to power the piston on bottom, and it's beautiful. Thank you, Mojang, for doing something that makes sense anyway. But yeah, I'm going to build this whole thing, or as much as I can get. I should have enough slime blocks to get the first layer done. And then I'll explain a little bit on how it works. It's honestly not complicated at all, but explaining it on one module without seeing the rest of it is a little bit meh. So I'm going to shut up and build now. I am going to spend the next few hours getting this thing, layer 1, complete. I'll come back, I'll explain how it all works, because it's honestly not that complicated at all. It's send redstone signal, piston fire, push bamboo. Done. Easy, simple. The one thing I don't have here is there is going to be a slice of glass panes that go straight down the middle here. That way the bamboo hits that glass pane and it doesn't get flung off to the other side and get clipped on the grass blocks over here. And the one difference between this first layer and the subsequent layers is this needs to be too tall so that I can get some essentially infinite water stream going. That way I can put the water source block on this level and have it kind of cascade down and keep going. That way there's no kind of spots where there's dead water. Water gap in the water. Words sometimes are difficult. But yeah, this honestly very simple. I gotta move a beacon because that's in the way, and I needed jump boost because jump boost for the win on a project like this where it's very tall and yeah, shenanigans. I'm probably gonna set up 2 beacons though. I've got an extra one, so we'll do that. So let me get this first module in, or first layer in, and I'll come back, like I said, explain everything, and hopefully I can fire this for the first time and get all that glorious bamboo, and it'll be great, and we can actually start not having to worry about our Furnace XP farm anymore. We can actually start using it a little bit more consistently. So I'll see you guys in a bit. It is really crazy how 90 minutes can get compressed down to just 3 minutes with the use of replay mod. And it's so long since I've used replay mod. Not because out of any real reason not to, I just haven't done time lapses in a very long time. It took me a little bit to actually figure out the controls again. But we've done a lot. And actually, I probably played for another 2-ish hours getting the rest of the stuff in. And I don't know if you saw it, but DJ actually logged in and gave me a hand with the last little bit. He actually planted all the bamboo and a couple leaves that I missed along the way. But this first module is done, and I am pretty well out of slime blocks. I think I have 3 stacks of blocks left now to my name, so I'm probably going to have to go over to the slime farm in the near future and dig some more and just collect some nice drops. Everything right now is just hooked up to this simple redstone clock. Actually, it's not even activated yet. I got to put an observer right there to turn this thing on, because I haven't done that yet. But as I was saying earlier, there's this kind of zigzaggy pattern. You can see the little bits over here. So the signal will start here, go all the way down, and then it'll loop back, and then loop, and so on and so forth. And then at the very end, all the way down there, at the very last module, it'll just staircase up, and it'll repeat itself as soon as we add in more levels. So right now, let's see, where are we at with this? It's going to take a minute. So let's add this observer in. Bam. And then let's just take, like, that many out, and this thing should fire, and it should make a lot of noise and maybe cause some frame issues, but we'll see in a second. Any second now. There it goes. Beautiful. Now, I have all these repeaters on 2 ticks of delay. During some testing, the slime blocks actually did lose, like they got extended permanently and craziness, and I really want to avoid that. Where is it at? Is it over here already? Yep. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but it's just kind of a safe bet for us. So all of our bamboo should now end up in the bubble vader, going all the way up to the top into our furnace room. Let's take a look. Those first few furnaces should be smelting away because I have used them. There it goes. Wow. That's timing. Now, because it's so small right now, it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a while for all these to fill up. All of these are probably going to turn on right away. Simply because the hoppers at the top can't handle it. But eventually that's going to trickle down, and these later ones will turn off because they don't have enough fuel in the system. But that's fine. It's going to be running for a while here. But that's it. That's done-ish. You know, I got to probably finish this off over the next month or so. It depends on how long it takes me to get some slime blocks. Actually, let me put this bamboo back, because that thing's firing way too quickly now. Hello? There we go. Let's put this bamboo all back in there. There we go. Good. Just want to make sure. I don't know how many stacks of I need in there. Right now I just have 2.5, because that makes the most sense to me. I can change it later if need be, if it's just firing too often. Doesn't appear to be causing any frame issues, which is good. And that's kind of how this farm was intended when Nexus designed it, because there's very few pistons firing at once. It's firing often, but it's not firing all of them at the same time. For right now, though, we have other plans afoot. This place is looking a little basic, for lack of a better term. And we need to start building. We absolutely need to start building. So Cash actually just logged in for the day. And now we're going to actually start working on the walls, or at least designing them. I have some ideas, Cash has some ideas. We're just going to throw some stuff up, probably here on the north wall, because it's the flattest. Everything else is a little curved and angular. So this is going to be the easiest for us to kind of mock something up, and then we can kind of repeat it and modify it when it gets all kinds of crazy on the angles. So I'm going to grab some building materials. Cash is probably going to grab some building materials too. We're going to do separate things, and I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to either maybe show you what we came up with and decide on something, or we'll decide after the fact, you know, tear stuff down. I don't know. I have no plans. There's 0 plans. There's no plans in this episode. So, we're just going to do. We're going to build. We're going to do a thing. And I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see what happened. So our little seawall here took a couple of hours. Actually, a lot less time than I thought. But doing this platform up here, yeah, that took a really long time. Thousands, tens of thousands of slabs placed. I wasn't planning on doing this. And I'm glad Cash actually came over and helped me out with it. There's still some bits missing here, but that's just for ease of getting in and out right now. I did upgrade our map, though. I don't know if any of you noticed. I took it down, I think, last episode, because this is what was causing my lag frame rate issues. But look at that thing. That is gigantic. That is ginormous. Actually, let me show you this because I totally forgot I did this too. There is a world map, kind of a server mapped area, and I went over and got a copy. Nope, it's here. I got a copy of our little area. Look at that thing. Actually, let's do that. Bam! There we go. This is the most scaled out map you can possibly get, and it's that big. Yeah. I'm a little bit nuts this season. I love it. It's great. It's fantastic. I gotta put a little chest over here though for this thing. But I think we're done for the day. We did a lot. We did bamboos and things, which I need to expand greatly from this point forward. Because one layer ain't gonna cut it. Gonna need 3 more, and I need lots more slime blocks for that. And honestly, the biggest step was getting this central bit now done and ready to build on, because there was a lot of plans in store for this now flattened out. It was flat before, but now raised up area, let's call it that. But yeah, I think I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm done for this episode. Guys, thank you for joining me. You guys have been awesome. You guys are fantastic. You're great. Look at that map. Look at it. Look at it. It's so good. It's so big. I love it. Until next time, you guys have a good one.